There we go, okay. Yeah. So, hello everybody, and welcome to this stream of Fallout 4, Naked No Perks, in which I cannot use any of these perks. I can't even increase my strength, perception, charisma, intelligence, or luck, or endurance, or agility. I cannot have any apparel in my inventory for any reason, not even to sell them. And also with the no perks, I cannot have magazine perks or pick up magazines at all, no bobbleheads, and no companions. Now the no companions thing is that once you have, there you go. Once you have a certain amount of like points, affinity points with a companion, an overdue book. They're like, ooh, I really, really like you, and then eventually you get a perk off them. Some companions don't have perks, I think. Most do, but I think the exception is Ada. Okay. Right. So while I do this, I thought it would be a good idea to have a conversation topic. Whoop. Okay. Okay. So while for future streams I probably want to have an actual list worked out. But for now I'll just go off what I have in my head. Lately I have been watching a YouTube channel called Isaac Arthur, and I definitely do recommend his channel. Damn it. And now they see me. Yeah, so he does... Whoop. I don't want to be getting shot at. Yeah, so he does videos about various hard sci-fi topics. So on one Discord that I'm a part of, I shared 2 of his videos about civilizations at the end of time. And to give some context, The way that the universe is currently thought to end is with something called the heat death, which means it basically gets really, really big, really, really cold, and eventually gets down to absolute zero. And then no energy can be extracted from it whatsoever. And part of this is that before, for one thing, it's going to be a smooth transition to that end of the universe state. But for another, okay, we got 3 dudes. Ow. So the first thing that would happen is that all the stars in the universe would stop being stars. So that's stars like our sun, red dwarfs, that sort of thing. That would be with the exception of the possibility of red dwarfs forming from brown dwarfs colliding. Damn it. And then if proton decay is true, if it actually happens, which is what is the current prevailing theory with that, then the models of the half-life of that puts the half-life somewhere between 10 to the 30 and 10 to the 35 years. Nice. And then by that point, everything in the universe, except for black holes, would no longer exist. But between the death of the very last star, or at least the very last star, aside from the very, very small amount of stars that would exist from that would exist from damn it. Yeah, aside from the small amounts of stars that would exist from random brown dwarf collisions, you would also have white dwarfs, you would have neutron stars, and you could, in theory, create some very low mass black holes to harness the Hawking radiation that they would produce. Nice. And it would certainly be possible to harness the capacity of those objects. Like, for one thing, you could use the hydrogen in a brown dwarf just for sheer manual fusion. You could harness the energy emitted by a neutron star or a white dwarf the same way you would for any other star. And yeah, that's pretty much that. But then once even that is, hey, thanks for the host, Phonator. Whoop. Whew. Now there was another guy down here. No? Okay. I see two dudes over there. Thought I saw one over here. I guess not. Must have been the same guy that somehow split in two or something. So yeah, after the 10 to the 30 year mark, or 10 to 35, or whatever is the half-life of the proton multiplied by some length of time, it's expert. And then the only power source left in the universe would be black holes. So black holes are thought to emit a particular type of radiation called Hawking radiation, and the amount of radiation that they give off is, I think, it's inversely proportional to the square of the mass, I think. Either to the square or to the cube. Ooh, whiskey. I know there was a second guy in here. There we go. Okay. So that should be everybody except for the three last guys. Okay. Can, aluminium can. Okay. So yeah, black holes are thought to produce external amounts of radiation. It's a form of radiation that's so low from all of the... What's on my gun? Comfort grip, heavy frame. Okay. There's a few dudes over here. Okay. Yeah, it's a good time to get rid of my tiredness. So one of the troubles with the theory of Hawking radiation is that because it's so low, the amounts that you would expect from any black hole that would be formed from stars or formed in the middle of galaxies would emit so little power that it would be impossible to see them. It'd be like trying to see a light bulb from a galaxy away. Let's see. Well, I don't need that. I need to eat some food. Properly fed. There you go. But what this YouTuber suggests is that considering something called the Landau limit, which shows a limit to how efficiently you can perform computations, and because that limit is proportional to the temperature, okay, damn it, I said run. When I say run, you run. So basically, because the maximum, like the minimum amount of energy to perform a minimum amount of computation is proportional to the temperature, it suggested that as the temperature gets lower, then the energy required to perform it gets lower, and then basically he suggests as a conclusion to that in theory you could power a simulation, so a civilization inside a computer, off of the power production of a black hole of that sort of size. Keep in mind that black holes of that size would be emitting less than microwatts of power, less than nanowatts of power, like within that extremely low range of power. So, like personally, I don't know how possible that would be, but when you consider, if you consider that like within such a short amount of time we have produced like technology that was Damn it. Yeah, we have produced technology that was previously thought to be impossible. It shows that basically almost anything that is thought to be impossible is not, like, it just requires time to find out how to do it, whatever it is. And considering what humanity has achieved technologically within like hundreds of years, I'll see if I can reset them by sleeping. I'll just do 1 hour. Yay! So basically, with trillions upon trillions upon trillions of years to find out a way to harness nanowatts of power, it's more likely than not it's going to be possible. I wonder. Yeah. And then he also suggests that another way that you could make such a low power source stretch further is to reduce the rate at which people think within the simulation. Damn it. Run away! So basically, rather than thinking 1 second every second, you would be thinking 1 second every million years or every billion years. Ooh, nice. Right in the face. And that is in fact all of them. Okay. Right. Now, one of the big... With that, there's basically two big problems that I would see with that sort of setup. One of them is that given... Well, firstly, given that you have access to so little power, and you have I'll nap in this little bit over here. Given they have access to so little power, and given that the material that comprises the so given that the computer that you're using or whatever, the simulation platform would be decaying as you basically as the thing operates. It'd be appearing to decay faster if you have everybody within that simulation run faster than normal, so 1 second of thought for every million years of running. Damn it. So even if you were to say lose 1 atom every year, well, because you have access to so little power, because you have so little power, you need to have some maintenance mechanism to create that extra atom and move it back to where it was. Right? Even if you design there you go. Where's the other guy? I know the other guy uses a bat. I guess he must have forgotten. Oh, there you are. Take that. Okay. Yeah, so that's one of the problems that will need to be solved for that sort of thing. The other one is that the amount of power produced by the black hole is going to be increasing over time. So Um, There you go. Okay. So while it would be easy enough to have some mechanism either to permit whatever simulation platform to consume orders of magnitude more power than it was normally designed for. Damn it. Okay, I'll just wait over here. Oh, hello. And your turn. And now we run. We run away like a little wuss. Like a little itty bitty bitty bit of a wuss. Okay. I think rather than use any more stim packs, I'll just run down to the bed, do a full sleep, and then sort everything out after that. Okay. So all of that was to do with his first video about his first video about civilizations at the very end of the universe. His second video was with regards to iron stars. And the concept behind an iron star is that basically, even if an object is very close to absolute zero and is like would normally be considered to be a non-fusing object like a white dwarf or a brown dwarf or whatever. Even if that's the case, one of the theories with regards to such objects over very, very long time scales is that by sheer chance, some of the atoms in them might tunnel or like sort of teleport to they might teleport close enough to another atom that they will fuse. And over those very long time scales, that fusion would produce enough it'd produce enough power to heat up that object by like a few microkelvin or something. Oh shit. You first. Go on, one more shot. Time to run. Okay. And basically, the YouTuber Isaac Arthur theorizes that using similar mechanisms that you would use with harvesting from a black hole, you could do the same thing with a iron star, but like even colder, using even less power, having brains running even longer. And then at about 10 to the 1500 years, even that would stop. Ooh, yoink. He's not downstairs, is he? Run away! Because I'm being shot at by somebody who's probably shooting me from outside the world or something. Yeah, I have no idea where the guy is. Okay, so in the second video, after talking about iron stars, he then goes on to discuss Boltzmann brains, which is a concept about, oh, there we go. He's down there somewhere. There we go. Run! Right, so the general idea behind a Boltzmann brain is that through sheer chance and through sheer quantum effects and quantum tunneling and whatnot, a brain and like the power source necessary to power it might spontaneously come into existence, essentially. Okay. And then, hey, quiet the boy. Right. Ooh. Yeah, no perks whatsoever. Damn it. Ooh, thanks for the host, Quad the boy. Yeah, it's no perks, plus I not only can't wear any apparel for any reason, but I can't ever have any in my inventory. My character basically really, really hates clothes. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Damn it. So yeah. Ooh, that's a... Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, pretty much. Although even my weapons don't get boosted by that much because I can't take perks like Gunslinger or Commando or Rifleman. so I can't just straight up boost their damage, and I can't take perks like Gun Nut, so I can't even build the modifications from scratch. Beyond mods that don't require perks, the only way that I can level up the guns that I have is to find highly modified guns off of enemies. Nice. Or to purchase highly modified guns off of vendors. Yep. So effectively, as the game goes on, I'm going to be getting a fair bit weaker. Now, there's normally a guy in here. But not this time by the looks of it. Okie dokie. Okay. Right. In fact, my character is so weak.
How you doing in there, Valentine? Feeling hungry?
Keep talking, meathead. We'll give Skinny Malone one night.
Who's right over there?
Stop tight. Take night. Come on. I'm out and I'll screw you quick. Try to give me that lip.
Ooh. Yeah, that's precisely the point. That's... Oh, well, and there we go. That's okay. I just saved just then, so you know, I didn't really miss that much. But yeah, you are in fact correct. Ooh, hello. That's why, like, for one thing, even though that's the case, It's obviously more beneficial if I kill all the enemies as I go through a dungeon like this. But also, I have to weigh the different, like the benefit of a quest. A cheese.
You know nothing, you got it.
Really? Saw him writing your name down in that
A cheese for what? Not getting levels?
hard shot, I think was his exact word. Then he struck the name across.
There we go. Okay.
You know nothing, you got it.
Really? Saw him writing your name down in that black book of his.
I could just try getting really, really close to him.
Hard shot, I think was his exact word. Then he struck the name across.
Okay. And then let's do just regular good old jet. Gotcha. Are you referring to cheesing this with regards to doing more damage or taking less damage or something like that?
My baby Simpson. His name's Sean. He was kidnapped, but I don't know who took him or where they went.
Missing kid. Do something. Anyway, you got.
Oh, that's not right to do it. Yeah, so there's almost no cheese to this. Pretty much I have to entirely basically don't get hit, do as much damage as possible, run away a lot, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The only other thing that I can do is for enemies that need to be killed and that are really powerful, I can just use a really, really powerful weapon. So, for example, I'm perfectly permitted to use the Fat Man or the missile launcher or anything like that. So, for example, when it's time to take on Kellogg, I can pick up the Fat Man and the Mini Nuke from that side area, and then I can shoot him in the face with it, and that should at the very least do an enormous amount of damage to him, if not just outright kill him. That's one down. Okay, I'll let Nick deal with some of that. Yeah. But actually, with some runs, so for example, if I were to complete the game, complete the game without using weapons, apparel, aid, miscellaneous junk, mods, ammo, anything of that, like nothing except for caps and quest items. Then in that you can do with that particular challenge. And that's that you can use what I term to be a pseudo companion, which is somebody that follows you around in game but doesn't actually count as a proper good companion. So for example, their guns never run out of ammo. When they get downed, they get back up in a few moments, and you don't need to use a Stimpak on them or a robot repair kit or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no. Sort of. He follows you around just for that quest. But there's two known and useful or reliable, I should say, reliable people that can behave like that. One of them is Preston Garvey. So normally you can get him to follow you around as a normal companion. But even if he isn't your companion, when you're doing the clear the castle quest, he will just follow you around. Okay. He will just follow you around. And he will behave as I said before, even if you leave the area. The other one is Travis. Travis Miles, the guy from Diamond City Radio. If you do Confidence Man and you enter Beantown Brewery and then straight away you just leave,
Doors on the fritz. Let me see if I can get
literally enter, leave. That's all you have to do. And doing that has Travis follow you around for the rest of the game. And like he will behave, as I mentioned, with the infinite ammo. And so on. Infinite ammo, like gets back up when he gets down, that sort of thing. And then if I had allowed myself to get Travis Miles, I could just stand back and he would take care of everything. Literally everything. I could just kick my feet up, sit back, and then he would just mow through everything. The reason why I'm not doing that for this challenge is because in challenges where I say no companions, I also count pseudo companions like Travis and Preston to be companions. Yeah. The only problem that can happen with a pseudo companion like that is that they can still be aggro to you. And because the game continuously tries to teleport them next to you if they get far enough away or if they're downed, and considering that they even can't get permanently downed, then you will have an immortal Terminator chasing you until you're dead, pretty much. That's probably the only downside. And you can avoid that by avoiding certain actions that would cause them to become aggroed. So, for example, not attacking innocent people or not stealing things or stuff like that. Oh, there you are. I thought... Sheesh. I thought he was Nick.
Where's he go? Which one of
Hmm. Aside from that, and also experience grinding, which is less than useful here. Well, no, less than useless here. There's no way to, well, no way that I know of to cheese these things. Now I have thought about
Sweet.
damn. Okay. Mm-hmm. Um, toaster, typewriter. Don't need that. Okay. Ooh, interesting. How much reserve do I have? Should probably be carrying whiskey. More than anything else, whiskey is probably what I need the most. Because that will allow me to craft it'll allow me to craft great mentats, which will let me suppose these will contain aluminium. Ooh. Oh. Okay. No, that's bourbon. I'll nap in the bed, then I'll drink the bourbon. Okay. I guess I'm drinking it now. Yes, Nick, it was a fitness instructor. Yeah, so there isn't anything else that I can think of for cheesing things. Oh, actually, I suppose there is one thing, which is what I've been doing, and that's... Whoop, shit. Time to run.
Where'd you go?
There we go. So the other thing I can do is to, whenever I make an amount of progress, I can run back to a bed and sleep in it. And then basically do a bit of progress, sleep, progress, sleep. Whoop, oh, I thought you were a person.
Where'd you go?
Okay. So essentially this is the same as repeatedly quick saving, except take him, Nick. Yes, it will. So rather than quick saving, I just repeatedly run back to a bed and sleep. The most obvious usage of that is, or will be, when I take on Green Tech Genetics to kill that Corsa, to get the Corsa chip. Basically, in the entire dungeon, there's no beds. None whatsoever. So the only way that I can save my progress is to leave the building, like run all the way down, get to the bed, and then run all the way up. And the reason why I do that is because otherwise it's a fairly long endurance course of enemies, which leaves me vulnerable to things like, death. And then by okay, I think that's all of them. Should probably drop something. Oh, and then there's whiskey. And then there's whiskey. So the whiskey will allow me to make great mentats, which gives +5 charisma and plus 5 charisma and plus 10% boost to bartering.
Won't be able to pick this.
Nope. So I guess the thing to do is to run down to a water thing. Fill up the bottles I have. Then try to think about what I don't need anymore. Or not anymore, but at all. Oh, here's the door. Here's the door. I think there was one right here. No? Okay. Yeah, here's one. Okay. What's left? I guess I can just keep on drinking beer till I leave. But also the main issue with using the strategy of like using an actual like Fat Man or other extremely heavy weapon.
Only opens with a key.
The problem is that basically it's going to be so heavy that it's going to make it very difficult to carry things like other useful items like adhesive and stuff. Run away! Hey! Hey Marto, welcome to the stream. Oh, I got them all. Really? What?
Let's get out of here. Service.
Bye everybody! I actually wasn't expecting that grenade to be so effective. I was like, okay, this grenade will kill half of them. The other half are going to be very angry. But nope, it got all of them. So yeah, how's things going for you, Marto? It sounds like you came in at a pretty good time. Oh, there it is. I knew there was a duct tape item hiding around there somewhere. Okay. And because I have Charisma 1, there's like really no chance of me being able to like successfully like just to successfully persuade them to not kill me. I'm also going to stand up for a bit. Okay. Right. So from here, the next thing to do will be, I guess, heading back to Dharma City and doing that quest.
What's that Commonwealth? Thought anything so naturally ominous could end up looking so inviting. Thanks for getting me out. How did you know where to...
Honestly, I was just there at the right time. Seemed like you needed help.
I appreciate it. But, now, you mentioned it. I want you to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
See you in Diamond City.
Okay. And so all we have to do is run back and we're good. Okay, they're not worth killing. Sometimes you do get a legendary spawn in that area, and that's why I checked, but that time it wasn't. Save me from those mongrels! Okay. Right. So I suppose the thing to do is
Excuse me. A shot for her, maybe. Sure. Let's take a look.
Self-defense.
okay, weapons. What's on this one? Has an automatic receiver. Yeah, so pretty much just the large magazine is what this one has. And it's 233. What else?
Paper? Dicks. Hiding among us.
It would probably actually be a smart idea to hold off on the purchasing until I can afford the what's it called?
Are you here?
Oh God, it's really you.
Hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at Death. Someday Death's gonna laugh back.
Well, maybe I should at least head back to Red Rocket just to drop off my items. Because I only have so much booze.
You see.
Back right away. Okay. So I guess I'll do this and then sell some stuff. Yeah.
Hey,
I owe you for getting me out of that vault. Talk to Ellie. You handle all the finance.
excuse me.
Thanks so much for bringing me back.
Happy to do it.
Yeah? Go diving. I don't know how you found it. Here. From a rainy day book. Something. No. They're looking for work.
What? All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Yourself comfortable. We're trying to find someone who's gone missing. Devil is in the
Well, sorry, but I can't have clothing in my inventory. Take that.
I'm looking for my baby.
good question. What else?
There was a man in
Talking of
yes.
what?
So you think this?
Well, they're the boogie. Easy to see. Then you got the newer models. Split it. Worst of all,
Either way, I need to find Sean.
Yeah, so probably part of the plan for today is going to be trying to hunt down some hub flower. Bald and scarred.
Bald head. Scar.
That will allow me to produce grape mentats, which will, as I said, boost my buying capacity.
And we might have
Um,
Venus body.
way too big of a coincidence.
and then
What proof do we have about the killer?
before then I should sell some stuff just to reduce the amount of stuff I'm carrying around.
Some more work, but no one knows who his employer is.
He bought a house here in town, right? He had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the back.
It's Sean. It has to.
Don't jump the gun. Or maybe let you and I.
Security doesn't put it.
Oh,
Okay. 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 And I suppose one thing I can do is to complete
says he's our man. More than just
complete the first step for what's his name for Preston and whichever settlement he sends me to.
team to kidnap a baby and leave him
Because if
later. Not many mercs.
okay, so one thing I could do is
Keep an eye out.
do the Minuteman ending, which would have me leveling up the least But
One heck of a lock. Something I might. You give it a try.
No way I can pick this. Hey, Valentine.
Can't get through that door. No luck? Gotta find a key.
go on.
See that platform in the distance? The city entrance?
Will do. So how much weight do I need to drop? 4. Okay, I can drop 4. The closest shop is right about there. Yes, it is. Yes, if I wanted to end the game at the lowest possible level, I would probably do the Minuteman ending, because that involves the least quests and how much does that do for me? Still too much.
Polly, that's me. I ain't doing nothing else, so let's see what you got. Just
So I need to drop a single unit of weight. That'll do. I also don't know if I'll have enough money to be able to bribe my way to the thing. In theory, I could just pickpocket it, but that's fairly dangerous, and the nearest bed is a fair distance away.
Afraid of talking to the press? Bet if I said it to you, you'd come running.
Yeah, so the Minuteman quest line is the shortest in terms of the amount of time it takes to do it casually, and like the least amount of effort required.
what are you doing?
Piper, the mayor needs to make time for more responsible citizens. I was just leaving. The mayor's receiving visitors as long as they aren't members of the press. Did you need help?
I need to talk.
Mr. Kellogg, if there was something that...
I don't have time.
Why is finding...
Oh, it's 250 caps. Okay, let's try this.
Well, I wanted you to do some of this.
Oh, that works.
Your baby's not eating as I'm sure.
Thank you. I thought the bribe was going to be 500 caps. But for me, because I'm so good at making people talk, like, don't make me look at you any longer. I'll probably also loot Kellogg's house later as well. Actually, what would be good would be sorting out Hangman's Alley. It'd probably be a little bit better. A little bit better than... shit. it'd be a little bit better than running all the way up to, what's it called?
Nick,
All of Kellogg's favorite things. Check out what's on that table.
Okay.
Gwinnett Stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, cigars, San Francisco Sunlights.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own.
There's got to be someone who can help,
Yeah, one thing. There is someone.
right? If he can help, let's do it.
All right, I'll send out. Okay, I called him. Let's wait outside.
And so if I get Hangman's Alley, they'll be probably also better than faffing around with getting the other place, what's it called? Home Plate, because that costs 2,000 caps, which is just too expensive.
Hey, boy. Nick,
Dog meat here.
Hey,
Ready to get to work?
Yeah.
this is your friend?
That's right. Show him the cigar. For you.
Bye.
Fine.
Hopefully not forever. Good luck.
dog meat. The scent boy. Got something, boy?
And that's completed. Yeah, so the smart thing to do might be to sleep in that bed and capture Hangman's Alley. Might be a thing to run up and get, like, firstly some of the items off of what's his name, but also yeah, something like that. Okay, nobody's over there. So also this bed here, sort of makes damn it. There we go. Yeah, this sort of bed sort of makes the home plate thing sort of useless, because there's a bed right there.
Should get accepted.
So as much as the Minuteman ending would be the quickest, I may as well... No, words. As much as it's the quickest, I'm going to be doing the Institute ending because I haven't done that in a while. But I'll be using the Minutemen to get inside the Institute, partly because I've already started that side of things, and partly because I've to the best of my knowledge, I only need to do the first step until they'll let me get in. Now, it might require a fair amount of shenanigans to get that to work, but we'll see.
Got it.
Ooh, that was a good shot. Okay. Come on, ain't hidden. Okay. Oh, hello. There we go. Right. So the rest of this stream is just going to be various things to get ready for the next big quest, which is going to be reunions and going through Fort Harvin to kill Kellogg. Dolly. Whoop. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, they didn't get any damage whatsoever from that. Yeah, that wasn't working because even though I had a high chance, it was decided that the fun thing to do would be to point my gun into a wall. Oh, there you are. Run away! Hey, don't go throwing grenades, that's not nice. Okay. So that's, I think, 3 down. I'm fairly certain there's 5 in here, so that's 2 more. Yeah, definitely 2 more. God damn it. Okay, let's at least open that. Okay, let's wait for her to come back around. Nice. So there's one more guy.
Show your face! Come on! I dare you!
Come on. You can do it, Hayden. You can, there we go. There we go, okay. Oh wait, I have to do this. First that. There we go, okay. Now I can pick up these things. Right. And I'll just scrap these things just to have some level openness here. Psycho, that's good. Okay, furniture, beds, one of these. Okay. Yes, I'll do a full sleep here, sort out my conditions, then I'll, I guess, I'll just look for some. Oh, I suppose one thing I should build is a water pump. Okay. So there's that. There you go. Okay. Now I just got to find a some, what's it called? Hub flower. And I know that there is some around. Well, firstly, yeah, okay. There's definitely some around the robotics disposal ground. So I'll head up there for stuff. Okay, there we go. Right. So there's the robotics disposal ground. There's also a bunch of it around Parsons Insane Asylum. There's some around the what's it called? Okay. Yeah, there's some also around. I think it's about here, roughly in that area. Over there is where you would find where you would normally find the turret's reprogramming chip, which normally I can't, no, which in this challenge I can't use because no magazines, and that comes from a magazine. But if I head up to if I head up to the robotics disposal ground first, I'll be able to get not only some hub flour from around there, but also I'll be able to get some the Fat Man and Mini Nuke. And also probably some selling supplies like fusion cores. Because from the robotics disposal ground you can get a total of 3 fusion cores. You can get 1 that's just in the box, and you can get 2 that's in the robot. Okay, let's avoid that for a little bit. And I have 3 mentats, so I can build, I think, 3 grape mentats. Oh shit! I totally didn't see that. Time to run. Okay, I'm relatively fine now. Okay. So as I do these things, earlier I was talking about a YouTube channel called Isaac Arthur, and I was talking about 2 of his videos regarding civilizations at the very, very end of the universe. But he's done a fair amount of other interesting videos. Like, for example, I quite enjoyed his video on star lifting, which is the process by which you can extract materials from a star. And reasons for doing so would include, like, increasing the lifespan of the star, or getting the material itself, either for fuel or for turning into metals and stuff. What else? Let's avoid the bloatfly, shall we? Oh, there's one. Okay, there's stuff up here. Right. Damn it. Let's just sneak around them. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Okay, time to run. Bye. Okay, so the robotics expels ground is right here. Okay. Right, so there's the fat man. How much is that fat man? 30. I guess I'll just put it over here and drop, or I guess store it in this box. This is the mini nuke. Come on. There we go, okay. That magazine I can't pick up. But I can activate this holotape. Inventory. Okay. Oh, okay, I'll just keep that as is. Now eventually mole rats will spawn and then he'll take them out. So I'll just wait, give him some time to let that happen. And then I'll blow him up to get some stuff out of him. There we go, there's the mole rats. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Shit. There we go. Okay, I think that's all of them. Okay, so I'll go into this, self-destruct. There we go. Damn it, I didn't want to hide. Some meat. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll just carry that. Over to there. And I should remember to store my ammo and my other things as well. Like the fat man. Okay, let's. Oh, I already picked that. Okay. So I'll probably pick up all of these. Because there's a trick that you can do with items like these. And what you can do is you can drop them like on the ground and then you can scrap them to get the resources, which are generally okay. I'll just drop them here. Yeah, which generally weighs less. Generally weighs less than the item itself. Should keep that. The others I'll scrap. Let's see. I think that's all of it. Okay. Next thing will be to build a toolbox, containers, and the toolbox will allow me to store my stuff. So 45, the mini nuke. The rest I'll just sell. Oh. And this. Okay. Then I'll nap and head back. Because there's still yeah, there's still those hub files that I was wanting to get. Oh. Yeah, there's two bloat flies. I'll just go around them a bit. Okay. Just run through here. And then it's this little stretch of road here that contains a fair amount of hub flour. In fact, it should be enough for... Now, I don't think there's any this way. Pretty soon it's going to be like, you can't go on anymore. It's probably right about here, actually. Yeah, I cannot go that way. Okay. But then if you go down here, there's going to be a fair amount of the hub flower. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4. I see some over there somewhere. Well, let's avoid the mole rats. Okay. Right, and then there should be some more down here. That's nothing. Ooh, there's another one over here. Right away. Sure, I'll take it. Okay. And then this one. And then I think I'll head back now. Yoink. Yeah, so this area is fairly safe. You know, over there is where the raiders are, but over here is relatively clear from what I can see. Okay. And so with all that, I should be able to build the thing. Oop, let's get up here somewhere, a little bit. There we go, okay. Nice. Okay. Right. Anything else I want to make? Sure. So I'll have those for when I need to. Yeah, for when it's like, oh fuck, I'm about to become a corpse or something. Should also probably drop off some aid items if I'm to bring the fat man back. There's one of these. 91, 101, 111. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, this will be the last trip down to the place. And this will be just to bring back the fat man. And they'll be useful should I need it for anything. Now, since my character is permitted to use chems, fuck.
It's all.
I don't know what that farmer was up to, but it was something a little bit weird, I guess. Now, I guess one side effect of having one side effect of not taking any perk points into anything is that I guess what will result is I'll have the thing on the top left of the screen constantly flashing up being like, you leveled up, put a point into something. You leveled up, put a point into something. And I'll be like, no, no, no. But unfortunately, there's no way to get rid of that without getting rid of the HUD entirely. Okay. We'll pick up these. Let's see. What else can I do? Actually, the question is, how much reserve do I have? I have a relatively small amount of reserve. Oh, let's not take the rubber. Steel springs. Okay. Shit. Scalpel wasn't wanted. Okay. Gears. Duct tape. Copper. Circuitry is probably too heavy. That's pretty much it, I guess. Guess I can carry 9 of these. And okay. With this, I'll carry that back to Hangman's Alley. I think that's the other one. Yeah, okay. Oh, hello. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, so back onto the topic of star lifting. Well, I guess back on the topic of Isaac Arthur. He's also done a video on first contact and how that might arise. And he's done a video about the Fermi paradox, which is probably a fair bit more on the interesting side, because if basically the idea behind the Fermi paradox is that if there are other civilizations in the universe, we should be able to detect them. Right, like for example, something like a Dyson sphere or something to that effect would have a very distinct signature. You'd be able to notice it from a fair distance away. And so, because we haven't yet detected any alien civilizations, we have to think of reasons why that's the case. And one of them is that perhaps there's some great filter that one out of a million or so civilizations crosses. Perhaps the conditions for forming intelligent life are just really, really rare, or similar such reasons. But the reason why I've been thinking about the Fermi paradox a bit is because through the world building that I do for my story, the Galactic Union and the 20 or so different species that are within it, and within the Milky Way. One in particular, it has spread across the biggest distance and has spread across the biggest distance and oh, you're that guy.
Hey there.
Good day to you, stranger. You look like someone.
Not right now. Thanks.
Well then, good to see you again. Are you in a trading mood?
How do I look like I'm in an armour buying mood? It's like, yeah, sure, that naked woman is going to buy some clothes off me. But yeah, in particular is one such civilization in the story that's approximately at its closest point, and because part of the story is that they've been what's the term? Well, no, not story, but part of the law is that. Wait, no, that's my destination over there. Dope. Is that what they've been doing is that they've been dismantling the stars and building and they've been building they've been building turning them into groups of red dwarfs and then harvesting the power from those. But if damn it, now I have to go to see Dr. Sun. Actually, you know what? The Deliverer would probably actually be a fairly decent weapon. Even though I can't level it up or modify it beyond a particular point like every other weapon. I could, it also doesn't do this stuff. Right, in terms of scopes, you have nothing, or you have glow sights. So I guess what I'd end up doing is switching between the two.
So whenever I use VATS, use the deliverer. Whenever I use iron sights, use the pistol, the regular 10mm pistol.
So that might be a thing to get started on, actually. But for now, okay. I need to eat food. Okay. And some booze won't go amiss.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Everything.
Right. Guess I'll sell all of these. Yeah, definitely won't be able to buy Old Faithful. Nah, definitely not. Could buy this and strip stuff off it. Okay.
We got small arms, long arms, ammunition.
Screw and steel. Okay, well I'll get those when I get them.
Radiation poisoning is a common ailment.
Yes. Yeah. Take a look at them, Doc.
What's needing altered?
I think I soaked up some rads out there.
All right. Bless you. Is there anything else bothering you?
I've got an itch, Doc. Too many cans. Is there anything that can help?
We can sober you up. Please, don't be intimidated. Immediately after.
Yeah.
That's that. Anything else bothering you?
Took a few bad hits.
Yep.
Done. Now, is there anything else bothering you?
No. We're
Off you go then.
Right. I guess I should probably loot Kellogg's place. I might be able to get extra caps from it, but otherwise it'll just be like extra stuff I have, I guess. Okay. flip lighter, duct tape, handcuffs, flip lighter, just out, some of that, purified water, dirty water, grinder bits, shotgun shells, grinder soup, okay. Yeah, I don't think I have the Great Mentats affecting me anymore. Which means I'll probably have to drop that hunting rifle. Oh, it is giving me stuff, okay. Hurry! There we go, okay. Right. I guess I'll keep it. There you go.
Don't bother, pal. I ain't seen nothing.
Okay, let's make that. Make that. Eventually I would like to put a suppressor on this, but
Don't walk outside the
probably won't find one for a while.
long range.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Everything.
Okay, let's buy some more 10mm rounds. Okay. Alright. Now this gun is just a little bit better. Just a teensy weensy little bit better. One of those, one of those, one of those. Bunch of those. Sure. What else?
That new coat of green on the wall.
Don't doubt it. Here's the example.
Yeah, can't do anything there.
You look like you need a prescription.
Okay. I'll probably head down to the place and save. Okay, down to Hangman's Alley. I could probably go and get some aid items, but honestly, my pistol is probably good enough for that, for everything. Would it? Also, I guess one possibility would be to retrieve the Gainer, which I think is like a fully modded 44 pistol, or at least with a bull barrel. But that's something I'll have to look at sometime. I think for the rest of the stream, what I'll do is I'll head down to I guess I got to do this. Nap here, head over to Fort Hagen. Now I'll do just 1 hour here. Let's see. Yeah, it's right about here. So this direction is the one that I want to roughly go in. So long as there's no enemies over here. I guess I'll sneak in this direction then. Alright. So the actual clearing out of Fort Hagen will be done tomorrow. But like, at least I can get there to reduce the amount of stuff I have to do tomorrow. So that's Overland Station. That's the bridge I normally cross. But let's see, like sometimes you have random spawns there. So let's see if there's like anything there that I need to avoid or anything. Nope, nothing. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Fuck. Come on, shoot him. Give him some bullets.
There we go. Whew. That was very close. Let's give this a moment before that'll do. I think he might have been the only guy there. Or at least he was the only one that saw me at all. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, let's avoid the death car. And we're pretty much there. And there's the Fort Hagen of the world. So I'll just sleep here and then I'll call it a day. Well, I guess I may as well loot this as well. Okay. Right. Give this 8 hours. And let's see if there's anybody to host. 5 channels. Sure, yeah, let's go to this guy. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on Sunday actually.